Good morning. It's Thursday morning, and we're going to read from Acts 16:19 through 24. When her owners saw that their hope of gain was gone, they seized Paul and Silas and dragged them into the marketplace before the rulers. And when they had brought them to the magistrates, they said, "These men are Jews, and they are disturbing our city. They advocate customs that are not lawful for us as Romans to accept or practice." The crowd joined in attacking them, and the magistrates tore the garments off them and gave orders to beat them with rods. And when they had inflicted many blows upon them, they threw them into prison, ordering the jailer to keep them safely. Having received this order, he put them in the inner prison and fastened their feet in the stocks. So Paul and Silas get into a little political conflict here. The owners of the slave girl, who told the future, and who they, from whom they got rid of this demon, exorcised this demon. Those owners are now angry because how can they make any money? This girl is normal now. She can't do anything. What can we do? And so they begin to complain to the rulers. These guys are not playing fair. They're advocating customs that's not lawful for we Romans to accept. Now that's going to come up in a couple of days, and I want you to remember just that they argued that Romans couldn't do these things. It's not clear what the things were, but the magistrates are swept away, and so Paul and Silas are beaten with rods, which is a serious punishment. If you remember that kid in Singapore some years back that was going to get 3 whacks with a cane, and the U.S. government was begging them not to do it, and it might kill him. So being beaten with rods is a bad thing. And then they're put in prison, and the jailer is specifically told, keep them in this prison and keep them safe. And so the jailer locks their feet in the stocks. Well, happily, those things don't happen to us in our day, in our country. We don't have fears of that sort of thing. Some people say, well, we're persecuted because not everybody agrees with us, but nobody's ever going to agree with you, so you need to just sort of let that one go. In fact, we have it really good in this country as Christians, and you can be a Christian or not a Christian. That's fine. You can advocate things that you want people to do or not do, and that's fine. They do not have to agree with you or obey your dictates, which is also fine. That's kind of what the founders of our country meant when they said they're not going to establish a religion. They're not going to say that everybody has to be a Roman Catholic, or everybody has to be Episcopalian, or everybody has to be Parish the Thought Presbyterian. We're not going to do that. We're going to leave that up to individual choice. And in some ways that's a good thing. In some ways it's not. But that's where this country is. That's not the case in the Roman Empire. You could believe whatever craziness you wanted to, but you had to worship the emperor. So you had to throw some charcoal in the fire and say Caesar is Lord. And if you would do that and pay the tax, then you were good. So you had to do that, whether you meant it or not. And that's one of the things that Paul will never do. And so that's going to get him into some trouble later on. But so for now, these people have turned on Paul because he healed the slave girl, and now Paul and Silas are in prison, their feet locked in the stocks. What's going to happen to them? We'll just have to wait till tomorrow and Saturday, and we'll find out. Have a great day.